Oh, hello there, and welcome to Official Nintendo Magazine podcast number 21. We're here to talk about Official Nintendo Magazine issue 68, out now. It's got an amazing Zelda double bill and a special reader-sourced me cover. I'm your host, Neil Long. I'm joined by Deputy Editor Steve Hogarty.
Hello, how do you do?
Hello. Games Editor Chris Scullion.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. And online editor Thomas East.
Hello.
Hello.
I have my own microphone.
Yeah.
I usually share with Chris.
Yeah.
Gav's
Gav's not here. He's being some sort of international playboy abroad, just doing glamorous stuff. So frankly, I'm quite pleased with that. He always brings the tone down.
Yeah, I don't understand the word he says.
So hopefully this month's podcast will be a lot more understandable.
I'll just leave then.
One less regional accent. We're here to talk about the latest issue on sale. As I said, amazing Zelda coverage inside, bit of Ocarina of Time and Skyward Sword, as done by you, Steve.
Yes.
A really good Hideki Kono interview, which was done by a freelancer of ours, which is fascinating stuff. Tells the story of the genesis and creation of the 3DS. O&M readers interview Sugimori and Masuda, the men behind Pokemon Black and White, which is, again, very interesting stuff. Lots of reviews, previews, but now it's what we've been playing. Action, adventure, platformer, role-playing game, every genre. Action, adventure, platformer, role-playing game. Alright, so later on we'll be giving away prizes for your best new Pokemon ideas and answering a few of your questions, but now we're going to ramble on about the games we've been playing in the last month. Chris, lead review this month, Conduit 2.
Yes, Conduit 2 is the long-awaited by some, like 10 people, sequel to Conduit, or The Conduit. They've taken the off for some reason. The last one was really hyped up by the creators, High Voltage, saying this is going to be the best looking Wii game of all time, it's going to be amazing, and it was okay. But the second one's a lot more like what we were probably expecting the first time around. It's the same sort of thing, you run about shooting aliens and the like, but it's once you plug in Wii Motion Plus, the shooting becomes a lot more accurate than usual, and everything just all fits into place. It kind of feels like you would have hoped the first one would have.
Yeah.
Does it use Wii Motion Plus for anything else other than
No, it's just to improve accuracy. So like, you can play the whole game totally fine without it, using just the motion, not the motion sensor, the pointer controls.
The standard ones,
the pointer controls. But when you add Wii Motion Plus, it reads both your pointer controls and the kind of your motion of your hand as well. So it just adds a tiny bit more accuracy. It's not.
Okay.
It's not blatantly obvious, but it feels better.
It's an interesting one, the Conduit, isn't it? Because it got, I remember Simon reviewed it, I think, when it came out a while back, and it got a crazy response on the on the forum at the time. I think we gave it
Late 70s?
Mid-high 70s, yeah.
It was just
which is,
dull.
a good score, but not fantastic.
Yeah.
And our loyal band of Nintendo fans went mental, didn't they?
Yeah,
particularly on the site.
I think they just really wanted it to be good, because they really wanted a first-person shooter, because there wasn't, I mean, you can say Metroid, but there wasn't really, a pure
at that point,
classic first-person shooter on the Wii at that point, and it just didn't deliver after they hyped it up. But, they hyped it up, and the people who made the game didn't have a publisher at the time, so... They hyped it up and everyone listened and people bought it, so they did a good job, really.
They got themselves a deal out of that hype, didn't they?
Yeah, exactly.
I think they, as far as I'm aware, this may be rumour and or speculation, but High Voltage signed up with Sega for as a multi-game publisher deal on the basis of the hype from the Conduit 1.
Yeah. Right.
So there was always going to be a Conduit 2, wherever the weather. So finally it's sort of delivered... Kind of delivered on the
and it's ironic because, like you're saying, there's loads of hype in the first one and everyone went mental when the score went low, and now the second one's better. They've not hyped it so much because I think they learnt their lesson, and then the second one's better and people are just like
Yeah.
So it's like I do.
Too late.
Yeah, I do recommend people go
Well-
and get it if they enjoyed the first one. This one's a lot
Yeah.
better. They've promised to fix all the stuff like idiots hacking the online ones and ruining the game and everything. All that's going to be fixed now. So
How does it compare to, I guess, the best example of shooters currently are GoldenEye and Blops?
yeah,
Not quite as good
that's
as
the
those.
thing.
I guess
It's
the
not- it's
score
not-
reflects that.
yeah, it's not quite as good as those, but it's still. It's I suppose I need to be careful what I say here because it's nowhere near to the level of Halo. But if you're looking for something Halo-ish on the Wii,
Yeah,
then
I
that's
guess
the
it's got that
closest you're gonna get,
sci-fi.
because it's got your kind of
Yeah.
ray guns and gizmos that you would expect. But yeah, it's not as good as GoldenEye and Blops are still the best. but
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a nice change.
Good. And I believe there are ray guns and stuff in Tiger Woods. Is that right, Steve?
Yeah, Tiger Woods does go on
Unlockables.
a rampage with a ray gun at one point.
Well, he has been on rampages.
He has been
of
known to
some sort
rampage.
in the past, but let's not go into it.
Golf rampage.
Golf. Yeah.
I'm a huge defender of Tiger Woods in both his personal and professional.
Really? You fully support him, do you?
He's just larking around. So no,
What about the children?
Larking
What about
around.
the kids? Where's the kids, Reggie?
no, there are no laser guns in
Okay.
Tiger Woods, but they have added caddies, which
Have they?
yeah, it sounds really boring, but it massively improves the game. So
Really?
you constantly have a little man standing next to you who is giving you tips on all of your shots, like proper verbal tips, saying, I was picking up loads of vocabulary, like this is on the second lie, so like our chances are good if you get it on the fairway. So, I've forgotten most of it, but it's great. He'll give you like safe shots and aggressive shots and stuff, and it really helps players who they want to sort of swing the club, but they don't know
Yeah.
where to aim it.
Okay.
But then it also still caters for people who just love golf games. It uses Wii Motion Plus, like the previous game, to really make an incredibly realistic golf swing to the point where there's on the highest difficulty setting, you can actually miss the ball when you swing. So you have to be like properly accurate when you
Yeah.
go for it. So it's really accessible, and they've got the Masters license as well. It's the first time that the Masters has been recreated in a video game, apart from some obscure Japanese PC game in the 80s that had 2 or 3 holes. So says the developer.
Good research.
But it's they've really done well with the license. They've got like historical Masters plays from some of golfing's biggest personalities. And you can also replay some of Tiger Woods' each of Tiger Woods' Masters victories as well. So
How about the
fans-
latest Masters with Rory McIlroy?
Yeah, can you bottle it in the
Can you
last
bottle
day?
it in the-
You
on
can.
10?
I was saying on Sundays.
Yeah.
It's really
Golf.
good.
You can
I
play-
Yeah, I was
rarely
good.
get into golf,
I was
but
the same.
I was properly into it.
I was really excited at the end.
Yeah.
That guy, that South African guy, just came out from
Yeah.
there and nailed it.
I was very upset for Rory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor lad.
Yeah.
Well, it's a bit like
tragic.
FIFA World Cup in that you can play live along with the tournament. Well,
Really?
you can't do it now, but they have all the data in there. But if you wanted to, while you're watching the golf, you could play your Masters game, and all the scores would be updated in real time. So you could see how you place against other real
Awesome.
golf players.
That does sound amazing.
That's
Yeah.
a cool idea.
And the caddy thing isn't necessarily. I mean, that just makes it more realistic, doesn't it? Because you always
Yeah.
have a caddy there, give
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
tips anyway. So
It's Tiger Woods is one of those games that it's excellent every year, but no one really talks about it, do
No.
they?
And the Wii version.
I think we said
is-
exactly the same last year, actually.
yeah.
The Wii version
Really
is better
good.
than the console version. It's got it's got frisbee golf. I think one of the console versions might have frisbee golf, but neither the Xbox or PlayStation versions has crazy golf,
Oh,
which
right.
is
Awesome.
It's a properly well developed, like full 18-hole with different
Really?
courses and stuff.
can you
It's,
play as the pros in Crazy Golf?
Yeah, I played as Tiger Woods.
Wow.
On,
Tiger Woods doing crazy
That
golf.
sounds brilliant.
yeah, brilliant game.
The other thing that people don't really point out about the Wii version is that it's got so many more courses than the other versions, because I've got a real, like, one of my personal big gripes is like downloadable content available on day one. And if you had the Xbox or PlayStation version of the game and you wanted all the courses that are in the Wii version, you're talking another 40 or 50 quid on top of the price
Really?
you paid for the game to get all the courses. because each course is like another 3
It's
quid
disgusting.
or something. Whereas
I'll be honest.
Whereas the Wii version, I'm assuming just because the DLC situation's a bit of a nightmare, they just lumped them all in there. So
That's good. That's how it
which
should
is
be.
a good thing for the Wii
Yeah.
version, but everyone else must be thinking, come on, this is a bit ridiculous.
Yeah. So if you want to play Tiger Woods, get it on the Wii.
Yeah.
It's definitely the best version. A game that's not quite so good, Samurai Warriors Chronicles. I played that. It was a slog for the first hour-ish. Then it gets all right. It's just the combat's very limited, and the enemies are. It's like playing on a PS1 game. They're not exactly geniuses.
Yeah.
The enemies, they literally just walk up to you and go, "Okay, hit me with your sword if you like." It's incredible, and I guess the fact that not that many people bought it, I guess means that it's fairly niche appeal. Pilot Wings Resort, though, lots of people bought that, and we're all very much enjoying that, aren't we? Particularly you, Tom.
Yeah, I love it. Lots of people on the forum are really enjoying it too, and I'll come to that later. But yeah, I just think it's something you really need to take your time with, and to get all the 3 stars and to get all the stuff in the free flight mode, the balloons, the rings, the Mii trophies. It will take you so long. I mean, it says 10 hours on my 3DS,
Really?
how long I've been playing it for, but that doesn't count the amount of times I've pressed restart on a mission to 3-star it right, missed the first balloon, restart, do it again, restart. So, each one of them would probably rack up quite a lot of time.
There's lots more to do, is there? Because I just got to the end of the platinum bit. I think I'd 2-starred everything, and then just thought, okay, I think I've pretty much seen everything.
Yeah.
Then I gave my copy to Dale,
But you have.
who's our art editor for any listeners that might not be aware.
You have. I just think it depends what sort of thing you want from a game. And
Yeah.
I think if you're the sort of person who likes collecting stuff, I don't know, say all the studs in a Lego game or something like that, then you'll get a lot out of it. If you're not, then sure, it will be a bit short because there's only one island. You can go through it, get all your 2-star all your missions and all that sort of stuff. If you want to get 3 stars on every mission, you want to find all the little things on free flight mode. It'll take ages.
Yeah.
And
Well, I don't fancy free flight mode because I'm scarred from doing a Wii Sports Resort guide was it last summer? Or the summer before last, where I had to find all 80 in one evening.
one evening.
Yeah, because deadline was looming.
Oh,
So I went round in the office till about 10:30, 11, just in free flight mode, finding those little eyes.
yes.
So
I found all of them.
even the sight of it in Pilot Wings made me feel a little bit ill.
Yeah, but understandable. I have to say I have moved on with, sadly, with one. I think it's one balloon left.
See, that
And
would annoy me.
I've got one. Yeah, I mean it's ridiculous.
That's the point where you're like,
Yeah.
okay, what am I really a gain for
Yes.
searching this one balloon?
Do you know what I'll gain? Another 30 seconds, apparently. And free flight mode means I have a whole 5 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, and
It's not worth it, is it?
No, and I've got to 3-star, 2 more missions, but I've just moved on. I was at a point, like you, with Donkey Kong Country Returns, where I was actually angry about having put so much time into something that I'm not going to be able to complete.
Yeah.
It makes you really cross when that sort of thing happens. You
Yeah.
think, well, I spent so much time, but I'm I'm at a good place with it right now.
Yeah.
I've calmed down.
Our review was absolutely bang on, wasn't it? It was the review in our previous issue
Of
for
Pilot Wings. I think so. I think so.
It is brilliant, but
Yeah.
just
There's more that could
too
be done
short
with it.
unless you're of the collectibles persuasion.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
my problem. Is I'm properly OCD about stuff like
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah,
I've got
I'm
all
not-
this
I'm not
Pilot
fussed.
Wing
Really
stuff
not
to do.
fussed.
I'm trying to get all the figures in Street Fighter.
Whoa, that is a lengthy
every
task.
I'll tell you what, I'm nearly there. I'm nearly there. Trying to get all the cars and everything in Ridge Racer, finish all the Grand Prix. It's just every spare minute of my time's on the 3DS trying to.
But you know how it could be. What about the...
Collectible crazy.
Yeah.
You got the picture thing in the what's it called? The puzzle swap.
Oh, yeah.
You want to get all the. Have you got all
Yes,
the pieces for that?
I think we should talk about that in a minute.
See?
Actually,
Yeah. The drama, the last minute drama, the last piece. There's like 4 of us all trying to get the last piece in the puzzle.
Yeah. It's awesome. We'll talk about that in a bit. But I just wanted to cover off a couple of other games that are in the issue. Lilt Line, Chris, which is a game that I think I was saying a bit earlier. It's one of those games that I feel like we should champion because we're only really us and Endgamer are the only magazines that really talk about these games that are on WiiWare.
Lilt Line's cool because it's really cheap and it'll keep you happy for like an hour or two, and it's just really
a couple of quid.
Yeah, a couple of quid.
It looks cool.
You'll never have played anything like it, even though you think you have when you look at it. It's just you literally just guide a line through a maze by tilting the Wii remote and hitting a button as it goes past bars. So it's kind of half maze game, half rhythm action type thing. But the music's this mental, filthy dubstep stuff like like hitting. And I don't usually like dubstep, but it works really well with this. And it's a really bizarre game, and it's well worth trying out. Because I like rhythm games anyway, and it gets really difficult at the end. It's published by the same people who did the Bit Trip games. It's not developed by them, but I think it was originally an iPhone game, and they've taken it on board and made it for Wii. And you can tell because it's the same sort of. It feels like the same
crazy
like
visuals,
type game, but it's amazing.
Cool sound.
Yeah, it's really worth looking out for. It's only a few quid.
Yeah, absolutely.
Approved.
And that's reviewed in this issue. If you want to read more about it, Steve also reviewed in this issue. Splinter Cell.
Yes, it's not very good. I didn't like it very much.
Splinter Hell.
Splinter Hell, more like. It's got a control system that's just impossible to get past. It makes it impossible to enjoy anything it's trying to offer you. It tries to use the face buttons and the circle pad as dual analog sticks, so you're controlling the camera using the face buttons, and this extends to aiming as well. So you have this analog control that you could use to aim, but there's no way of setting up the control scheme to actually allow you to use that. So it's
oh dear.
It feels like you're operating a marionette of a spy. It's also it's strange. It's a really dark game as well. And added to the 3D effect, it makes it really difficult to see in anything approaching daylight. So it's actually quite a difficult game to look at as well. And when you do see it, it's not a very pretty game either. It's halfway between the old DS Splinter Cell game and something you'd see on the Wii.
Yeah.
It's really difficult to recommend. It's also got this. They tout it on the back as the one-touch stealth system, which effectively means they've added all of the controls to the touch screen. And because of the way you control it using your 2 thumbs, you just need to use your thumb. You can't use the stylus to touch it. You have to sort of thumb your way through these menus. And when you've just been spotted and you're trying to run away, it's a very sort of slow-paced tactical game. You're not supposed to run in all guns firing, but when you have to actually get your gun out, it just takes so long to do that you're killed outright.
Yeah.
It's not a very. And again, it's a remake of a 6-year-old game, which just makes it. It's very difficult to recommend to anyone. They've done quite a bad job of it.
Yeah. What's most enjoyable for me personally is the fact that we've in our preview for the game in issue 67. I think we signed off, or in one of the captions or something, it said, Ubisoft would have to be complete idiots to mess this one up. They have completely messed it up. It's a really good game, isn't it?
Yeah,
You're a real
I love the Splinter Cell series. I love Chaos Theory. It's my favourite one in the series. So I've got nothing against Splinter Cell. I really wanted to like this game. And
how disappointing is that? That's just
That's what
so annoying.
That's what I love about reading through some of our old previews. Because obviously when it's almost at preview stage and you don't necessarily get a lot of time with it, you give these games the benefit of the doubt and think, yeah, well, there's stuff to be fixed, but 9 times out of 10 those things are fixed before the game comes out. Then, like stuff like I was reading back really old issues, like when the Wii was just coming out, and we had a preview. I think it was issue 5. If anyone with an old issue wants to go back and read it. Preview of Rayman Raven Rabbids, and at that time no one knew it was a party game, and Ubisoft were pushing it as a proper full platformer.
Really?
And there's like screens like debug screens of a totally different game, where it looks like Rayman's riding on top of like creatures and using them to fight thousands of rabbits.
yeah.
It was like, that's clearly not
That's
a Wii
bizarre,
game
isn't it?
when you look back in hindsight. But it's worth reading because it was originally a completely different game.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah, I think with Splinter Cell, dare I say it, Ubisoft have been a tad cynical there.
Yeah.
We were the reason it wasn't in issue 67 is because they didn't send it to us, and there was an embargo that we had to sign in order to review it that was lifted on launch day. I don't think I'm being outrageous here. That's not. I think they knew.
Well, it's the same as the Sims, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We had to actually go and buy the Sims because
Yeah.
we didn't get it sent.
There's been
Which
a bit of some slightly
Odd.
odd manoeuvrings around review code with 3DS, but let's move on before I get sued. Street Fighter, Tom.
Oh yes, I've finished playing Pilot Wings, and yesterday I started playing Street Fighter, and I really like it, but I'm rubbish at it. Just thought I'd come out with it, right here. I thought, I'll be using the touchscreen controls. I just went, I'm going to use those to start with because I don't really know all the combos and stuff like that. But it doesn't actually make that much difference if you're not. It's still difficult with the touchscreen controls because you still need to know what you're doing, and you need to defend, and you need to. It's not just a case of going, oh, well, this is getting a bit hard, I'll just press Hadouken, and then the opponent will be taken out. It's not like that at all.
Do you play online?
No, I'll get destroyed.
I haven't played the proper single player match. I just do a quick match online.
Yeah.
And it's essentially reduced to trying to counter whatever move they're spamming on the touchscreen.
Yeah.
So I was playing against Hakan last night, the oil guy.
Yeah.
And he does that slide across the ground and then attacks you from. God, that's annoying.
Yeah. Like, the handy thing is, most of the time, the people who are spamming moves are the kind of beginners who aren't really sure how to play it in a more technical level. So
you can't control these things. Okay.
Yeah, so people that end up spamming things usually can't really do much once you get past the move.
Yeah,
because you then kind of realise you don't have the skills to kind of back it up.
That's
so
it.
You can get past. Some of it is broken, like in terms of guile, and people like that who've got moves that you need to charge back for 2 seconds before you do them. You can just do them instantly.
That changes the whole dynamic, doesn't it?
That's a bit annoying.
Yeah.
It would be nice if maybe they only let up after 2 seconds or something, then that would be fine. But other than that, people who generally spam the moves can be beaten fairly easily.
Yeah, I mean, I was doing that.
Work out
I was doing that yesterday.
You're all right.
Yeah.
Against Ken, just hitting the Hadouken, but I just got destroyed basically. Once you will get sort of halfway through, I think, and then you'll just start getting beaten up if you don't play it properly or tactically. But I really enjoy it, and I'm determined to get better at it. And I like the new view as well. I like that.
Do you?
Yeah.
I haven't played it like that at all.
I played it like that. It made it a bit easier for me actually. It made it a bit easier to judge when the when things were coming at me and when attacks were coming at me. It's really good.
Cool.
Good stuff. What do you get when you? If I were to, I started playing through it in single player as like Ryu, just being the most obvious thing to do. Do you get much when you complete it other than a little film? Do you get any unlockables
you get the film
and stuff?
and then you get points for the figure collecting mode, but you also get there's these kind of panel things you can unlock for your status when you fight online. You can get like icons those kind of phrases that you can put under your name, and there must be hundreds of them.
Yeah.
It's almost like a kind of achievement system, but it'll take months and months and months to.
I saw a guy with the Chosen One next to his name. I thought, all right,
that's mental.
he's playing a video game, mate. You're not Jesus.
That figure collecting mode, though, I just can't wrap my head around it. It's really.
I adore it as well.
It's quite good.
I wish I'd had.
I've got a few off Street Pass, and mainly off you, Chris, because you've got.
I wish I'd spent more. Obviously, when we reviewed all the 3DS launch stuff, the 3DS wasn't out at that point, so it was kind of hard to test Street Pass stuff and all that. And now that it's out and I'm street passing people in the street and actually fighting people and getting more, that's the best the best thing in the game. I think.
You did write a blog on it on the website.
Yeah, I did.
If you want a verdict on,
I think I've beaten a guy or two, but I don't really.
See,
what do I get for doing that?
The more there's a really hidden level of depth to it, because people just think it's like, oh, assign the levels and that's it.
Yeah.
But the figures you get, obviously they're level 1 to 7 figures, depending on how lucky you are, because the level 7 ones are really rare to find in a slot machine. But the ones, so this is really geeky. But
that's good.
Even at the level, each one in different levels have different attack power and different hit points. So even though someone's level 4 and someone's level 2, the level 2 might still beat it if it's got better stats.
Yeah.
And then they've got super combo things. Some of them have got those. It's just really
And there's a little like balance thing out of 20 or something.
Yeah,
isn't
so you
there?
could make someone,
because I had like a level 7 Blanca and a level 5 and a level 6. I just thought, okay, I'll put in all the highest level ones, but it stops you doing that.
Yeah, you can only so you need to put some weak ones in, but it's awesome. But for me, it's like collecting all because I'm a collector idiot. Try and get all 7 level figures for all 35 characters.
Wow.
So
that's quite a task.
I'm okay. I'm over like 200 or so. So I need another 60 or something, then it's done.
You can buy them
And I
with
can
play
try.
coins, can't you? I did a bit of that the other day.
Yeah.
Where you just continually press.
But again, that's
spin.
That's where Street Pass really comes into it, because if you can beat someone like 5-0, because you get your 5 figures, if you the more you beat them, the more points you get to spend in the slot machine. If you can beat someone 5-0, you've got an extra free like 30 spins or something, so you can beat a few people. And
it takes ages to spin, doesn't
it? It does, but there's a skill.
There should be just a
button. That's the thing.
Is there?
Yeah, because
there really are hidden depths to this thing, aren't there?
Say I was trying to find a level 6 Ryu, because that's the last one I need, and you can, each time you open the slot machine, there's a random selection of characters, so Ryu might not always be there.
Yeah.
If he is there and you find him, you got to keep your eye on him and tap it, and you can stop it as it comes round to try and stop it on him.
Can you?
And then if you stop it on him, it's like random what level you get. But then there's
Blanca's the easiest to get,
because he's green.
Through these.
He's easy spot. But yeah, so I could do a whole hour talking about Street Fighter figures.
I do wish that
good. There's a lot in there.
The animation of the trophies fighting. It's like two kids at like wrestling figurines going them off each other.
And then sometimes stay out of the house and I'd set it and just go blah blah blah.
It's a good point. They have got all these animations in the
Why
game
not
already.
like,
Why not just have
fight
the
in?
animations?
Yeah,
the fact is, all the figures are like poses of them doing a move.
Yeah.
So why not just animate the move?
Exactly.
If someone's doing a spinning bird kick, just make her
Just do
spin
that.
around a bit. Job done.
Odd.
I spoke far too long about Street Fighter.
It's good. I'm just using it purely as an online quick match.
Yeah.
5 minutes thing to do while EastEnders is on or whatever. But it's really good just for.
I didn't tell you someone actually got me on the tube fighting.
Really?
I
Oh, really?
tell you that.
Well,
He wasn't on my train, but
that
he must have been
happened,
on. He must have been in the carriage next to me. But you know, there's this mode they're talking about, and no one ever bothers with it because it's so rare that it just never
I
happens.
turned it off. Because I don't want to. It's a bit.
It's weird.
I don't know.
But it's
I don't want to fight against this guy.
The thing is,
I don't know
if you're playing arcade mode, I don't know if someone else then starts playing arcade mode next to you. They jump in as if you're playing it on an actual arcade machine that's linked.
Yeah.
So just all of a sudden, this guy jumped in as Guile. I was like, all right, gave him a swift kick in, and then went back to the game. Which is
I'd be afraid he would seek retribution.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Meet me outside the tube. So
it's all right online because it's a sort of a faceless opponent.
Yeah.
But if you're just like
awkwardly
perfected someone
Yeah.
in the next carriage, you're like
you look to the next
in your
carriage and
face.
there's a guy just shaking his head at you,
Well,
ready
just,
to kick your face off.
might not go down too well.
No. But that was really cool. I've got the feeling that'll never happen ever again. But it was a nice treat.
Well, it's really good. Street Fighter. Still playing it after a month. So
approved.
yeah. One of the things that I haven't written down on this podcast, bit of paper, is augmented reality Street Pass Puzzle Swap and Street Pass Quest, which has delayed any work getting done every morning for the last month. It's going, oh look, I've got you again, as I have every morning. So how many? You've been through it twice, haven't you? Street Pass
Yeah.
Quest.
I think we
Yeah,
both-
we've both done it twice, and we've gotten all the puzzle tiles.
Yeah, I'm on the ultimate. Who's the one with his? I'm
the
in his
last one.
grubby
Ultimate
hand.
Ghost thing.
Yeah.
Yes, and
I just beat him yesterday.
just got to beat him for the
you beat
second
him.
time.
Actually. No, it was you.
Yeah, I tend to beat a lot of people apparently.
Yeah,
Well,
Tom's
pretty tough.
pretty
Yeah.
handy.
Yeah.
It's just, but
Pity.
I don't know about you, Steve, but I feel kind of empty now that it's
I know. I don't go into the meeplaz anymore,
No.
so I never hear the amazing music.
because every morning is exciting because you get in, you get your kind of group of O&M
See, I
and
think
CVG and OXM
you've
guys.
sort of ruined it by rushing through it.
That's the thing. It's like so
Just
your
let
team
it
would turn
down.
up and then you find out what puzzle pieces everyone's got. Okay, build a puzzle. Enter Street Pass, give everyone a kick in because you've
Yeah.
got all these level 7 guys. Get your hats, wear a toad hat, and then after it, it's just like
But really,
I've
people
had to
aren't
do it.
having the same experience
No,
that we've
we're-
had at all.
yeah.
You
I
know,
think it's-
because
they'll
they don't work
update
in
it,
an
won't
office full of people who own
Yeah.
3DS consoles and they haven't been
This is
to a
it.
Yeah.
3DS party the night before.
That's true.
Unless
my
it-
nephew came round
the console's released.
last weekend and he's got he hasn't got any people in his Me
Yeah.
Plaza, and I showed him mine, and I've got like 40 odd people just from, like you say, from being in the office and going to the 3DS launch party.
Yeah.
You tend to get quite a few.
Yeah.
unless you're really lucky and you're in a school where a few people in your class have
Yeah.
one,
Yeah.
then you can all kind of
So it's
make a
meant
squad
to.
But
to go
it's-
through.
So it is meant to
brilliant.
last
It's
longer
meant to last a lot
than
longer
we
than it
have
does.
Yeah. We've
made
blitzed through
it
a bit.
last because
Yeah.
you know we're in that position where we can just. You know,
Yeah.
I think
that's
they'll update it with new stuff for
Yeah,
the system
I'm hoping they
update.
may
I want more
update.
pictures.
Has some new puzzle panels.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
hats.
Well, the thing is, there are more pictures because those 7 pictures in the puzzle swap thing were the demo images they showed when we went to that 3DS event, and when they showed it at E3.
Right.
There was, remember that when they showed it at E3 and the 3DS event just after it, each 3DS was showing a different game, and some of them was just like an example of the 3D stuff. I'm sure one of them was that 3D video that could be downloaded,
Yeah.
and one of them was like just different scenes, and there was the Link scene,
I
and
have to say, some of those
Recovery
scenes look incredible.
yeah, and the Pikmin
The
one's
Metroid
amazing,
one
but-
looks amazing.
The Mario Galaxy.
but there were
one's
definitely
really
more.
good.
There were definitely more in that demo that
Yeah.
haven't been seen yet. There were some like retro screens and stuff like that which haven't been seen.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping they add the other ones.
I think it'll just be a constant
Yeah,
thing
that'd be
that
cool.
gets updated. And there's loads of slots for the hats, isn't there, in Me settings? There's loads and loads
Yeah.
of question marks.
Mm.
So looking forward to seeing what happens there. There's some sort of system update in May.
Yeah,
So goes the current
with the
rumour.
shop in it. E-shop.
Yeah,
eShop.
eShop and all that jazz.
E-buy gum.
I just wanted
Classic
to,
games as well.
Yeah. I'm curious about that. That's just exciting me most.
yeah,
The old games in 3D.
yeah. Well,
Mm.
I think we put something in the mag about what exactly the eShop will entail in terms of Virtual Console. Why don't they just put everything on there? Why limit it to
Yeah.
handheld?
No idea.
Come on,
Curious.
Nintendo.
I'm
Day one, every first party Nintendo game ever made.
I'm
Or,
I mean,
just,
incredible.
just the Wii's Virtual Console library.
Yeah.
Just make that available.
yeah, that'd be awesome. I'm just happy with it. Game Gear games for now.
Oh, dear.
Like, so I can play Sonic Triple Trouble, and that's it.
Sonic Drift, is that?
I played Sonic
is that
Triple
a
Trouble,
thing?
Sonic Drift, Sonic.
Game Gear was
2.
terrible, wasn't it?
That's. I liked
Controversial.
my cousin had a Game Gear and I played it whenever I went over to my cousin's house, but I
There's
never
no
had
Atari
one.
Lynx.
It's just it ate batteries like sweeties.
Yeah,
people.
So that's right.
Mm.
Well, it took 6 AAA batteries, and it lasted 3 hours. I don't think people started to take for granted the fact that batteries these days are rechargeable.
Yeah,
You just plug them in and off you go. Imagine if you would spend all day playing a Game Gear, you'd have to go through 12 or 18 sets of AA batteries.
I don't
Set
think
you back
Pound
so
Stretcher
much.
existed then either, so you wouldn't be able to go.
the pound shops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, were those Sonic games or any Game Gear games? Did they have internal memory? So
No.
if the game's more than 3 hours long,
Yeah,
it's
you're
literally
stuffed.
impossible to complete.
Yeah, unless you sat at home with a big chunky power adapter.
Yeah.
Like a nerd sitting
That's-
next to the radiator,
Yeah, that-
heating.
They've not thought it through, have they, Sega?
No.
Well, so that's all good stuff. It's a lot more of that stuff in the issue right now. It's £3.99. It's
That's
got a lovely
affordable.
picture of Link on it in a cardboard sleeve. And you can just about see the 100 reader me's on the cover of this issue, which are all you can scan in with your 3DS. We've been wowing the office with
Here's a
the ability to do that.
And subscribers are saying it's our best cover ever.
Best cover ever.
That's the word.
I'm taking that.
On the
Better than
forum.
the 3D one.
That's what I'm saying.
It's because they got it.
Yeah, subscribers didn't see that one, did they?
I like the fact that we're on it as well. It's
Are we?
taken me.
Oh, yes, we are, yeah.
I joined in issue 4, and it's finally issue 68, and I'm finally on the
That's
cover.
you, Steve. There.
Finally, a
What,
cover.
do you just want a big picture of your face?
Well,
on the cover
that was my plan for
You're on-
issue.
you're on the
46.
back as well.
It was just my face,
Yeah.
big face, Chris.
I've
And,
also-
and the heading would just be, "Here's Chris. Now here's a review of Mario Sports Mix."
We've also got when Dale and I were putting this cover together, which took ages.
Yeah.
We had some space from some little me's to do some talking. I deliberately chose a man who's called his me Big G. I just thought, who better to introduce the new issue of O&M than Big G? He looks pretty cool, doesn't
He
he?
does. Big G's a party animal.
Did you put words in Big G's mouth?
I did, yeah. I may have
Oh.
misquoted him.
See you.
I'm sorry, Big G.
See you in court, Big G.
But he might not ever want to welcome people to
What-
a new
what does
issue of
Big G
O&M.
No, no.
Big G say?
Hi, I'm Big G. Welcome to the new issue of O&M.
No,
Alright,
see,
Big G.
I hope that's okay, Big G.
No, Big G's livid.
Freddie also says, hi, my name's Freddie. Is your me on the cover?
No.
There's,
I
I hope
am.
there's nothing libelous that I've put in.
that-
It's
that's
Freddie.
Freddie.
It's selfless. It's, I'm on the cover, but I really
Oh,
hope you
Yeah,
are
that's
too.
that's Fred. That's a
Freddie's a
veiled.
nice guy.
That's a veiled insult. That's Freddie basically saying, "I'm on the cover. Are you? Probably not." Thousands of
Have
people
some
buy
of
this.
that.
Well,
Yeah.
There is
Freddie's
100 me's.
Yeah, but thousands of people buy it. It's Freddie's basically saying, "Chances are you're not on here. Have a look at me."
There's also someone called, alongside Big G, there's a man called the G-Man. Which is good.
I hope it's not Big G again.
We didn't get... I was hoping for some more awesome names like that, but there were a lot
like
of people who
Joe.
just use their real names.
Yeah.
Slightly disappointing, but still awesome.
Yeah. I use my real name, mind.
That is true.
I suppose if you're going to be on the cover, you would
Yeah.
want
The
your own name
G-Man.
rather than Axe
Love
Battler 12.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm literally just sitting here gazing at the cover. Should get on with the podcast, really. Tom,
Hello.
what's been going on the website?
Well, do you want to know what's going on in the forum?
Yes.
We have, I've picked 3 threads out this month. One is about Pilot Wings, again, which we've sort of covered, but I think it's good to know what you've been saying about it. Another one on the best video game, Nintendo theme tunes of all time, and the worst Wii games you own. So, Pilot Wings, it's created by I'm Busy Doctor Who.
He is prolific.
He is
isn't
busy.
Yeah.
He is
literally
certainly busy, yeah.
He's busy.
He's very busy.
Threads.
And Hank Design, he says, you have to fly around the island collecting the info points, which will take time, and getting 3 stars may be easy early on, but it only gets harder. The 3D is also amazing, as I'm Busy Doctor Who has stated.
Yeah.
I don't even have the 3D all the way up, and it still looks beautiful. One of the best launch games, and I have had 3 of them. I don't know what the other 2 are. But it has split opinion slightly. There's someone here, Fat Bill, which is alongside Big
Fat
G,
Bill.
is the...
Big old Bill.
Yeah.
Is that Fat PH?
No,
Gangster style,
no,
is it?
that would be worse. I think it's
Yeah.
far better. It's just Fat Bill,
Just
Fat
self-deprecating,
Space
just-
Bill.
Yeah.
Obese Bill.
Hi, Bill.
Hi, Bill.
Obese Clinically
He
obese
says he
Bill.
completed it all in under 6 hours, and the only thing he has left to do is to get 3 red stars in every mission, but I doubt I'll bother. I enjoyed the game, don't get me wrong, but you can't deny it's light on content.
Yeah.
3 stars. Fat Bill then come back to us.
Dark Jelly says the game is only light on content if you want it to be. There's plenty of fun to be had, and I understand there's only 6 vehicles on one island, but, you know, hey.
I agree.
More vehicles. I would have been happy if it's just the one island, but more different kinds of flying about. Then I would have been happy with that.
I think there should be another island.
Yeah.
Just, I know there's...
Well, one of the missions you've Sorry to interrupt.
Sorry.
One of the missions, you go over to that Gulf Island, which is completely unused in any of the...
Well, there's a lot...
There's one.
Yeah, there's a lot of
It's
stuff
like,
over there
hold
on
on.
free flight mode.
There's a whole other island there. Let's get on that.
But I understand that, because it uses a Mies, they've set it in Woohoo Island like the other ones. But just think, when you finish them, and if you get all the perfect, someone here says what happens when you do, by the way.
What does happen?
Can I say?
Don't read it. No, don't read it.
Oh yeah. No, I'm just.
Where does it say?
Here.
A giant what?
What? Jeez!
It's not Delfino Island.
No.
Just something, well, having said that, something like that, a real reward for doing something really good. And I don't think it's that good. Well, I know it's not, but I'm not going to say what it is because I don't want to spoil it for you.
Yeah, you'd want something more for doing all that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You're right.
And putting in that much effort. And I just think another island somewhere else, because it's sort of separate from the main game. You play Woohoo Island, this is your bonus. That would have been, I think that would have sorted it out.
Yeah, just some of the old Pilot Wings 64 ones jazzed up.
Yeah?
I think the
Why
replay
not?
value is really important when you're talking about how long a game lasts, because when you get people saying, "Oh, it took me 2 hours to get through everything," you think, well, I know we keep saying this, but how long does it take to get 3 stars or 3 perfect? On
I
every
don't believe
it will
it.
take months.
I almost
probably.
don't believe Super Mario.
It's almost
It's so hard.
It's like buying a football game and saying, "Well, I won the World Cup in 7 games, so that's rubbish." That's what we'll keep playing it.
Getting the red stars
don't-
isn't much fun once you have 3 stars on it. I mean, I hate that you can muck it up on the landing. Like, if you don't get a perfect landing, no matter how well you've done previously, you're not going to get the perfect score.
No.
See, I like that. But again, it's just different. It's just different people.
I'm not doing that. I don't
It
see how
feels
can be
like
done.
stretching it, I think.
Yeah.
It feels like they're stretching the content out there. But
Yeah, it's definitely making the most of light content. There's not a lot there, but they're trying to do as much as they can with it. But,
yeah.
Boohoo Island, more like.
Pooh Island. Oh, bit of blue there.
Yeah.
Usually Gablo is the time, but
I know. I thought I'd
well done.
slip into his shoes.
Yeah.
So Pilot Wings.
Yeah, we've
Good.
done. I think we've done that.
We've
haven't
done
we?
Pilot Wings.
Yeah. Should we move on to
What's
best Nintendo theme tune?
Sweet
Created.
Past Me Plaza.
Yeah.
Yes. No, I prefer the other one now, though. The one when he's out walking.
Yes, that's much better.
Oh yeah, that is
yeah.
good.
Yeah, I like that.
I like it.
How about the jazzy Pilot Wings?
Yes.
Oh, I hate that.
What?
I hate
At the end of
Pilot
each
Wings
missile? A mission?
mission.
That sort of... It sounds like a rubbish cowbell on a Casio keyboard.
Yeah.
That's particularly enjoyable.
I hate the Pilot Wings music.
Oh, I like
I
it.
like the title screen music
Really?
because it's the same as the SNES one, but then everything else can do one.
I keep annoying my girlfriend by turning up the music and then doing a little sort of David Brent dance.
Jazz
to it.
hands.
Do you remember when the first
That's
Endless
how I
Ocean
roll.
came out? When the first Endless Ocean came out and it had
Yeah.
that song in it, who was it? What's her name?
I don't know.
Haley Westerner?
Yes.
There's a Haley
my
Westerner
God.
song in Endless Ocean, and Chandler used to play it all the time. And it was amazing. That's the best theme music in a game.
Well, shall I read out some of
Yeah,
theirs?
sorry.
What the forums say?
Luigi's Mansion tune says Grey Cloud 007.
Does anyone remember that one?
Do anyone remember that?
Grey Cloud. As
Can't
in,
be. The Luigi's Mansion.
Oh no,
theme.
Luigi's Mansion's a username, was it?
No. That's
Oh, Luigi's Mansion was the...
Yeah,
Oh, I was
Grey
really
Cloud
confused.
007 isn't a
Grey
game.
Cloud 007 is a person, and
Yeah.
Luigi's Mansion is the...
I've forgotten the
Yeah,
question.
he hums it as the best...
Best Nintendo music.
theme.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he hums it
We've all
as a-
suddenly gone brain dead.
Shall
What
I?
happened?
Shall I? How about Dire Docs says the
Yes.
Wario Man.
That's a great call.
Forget the best Nintendo theme. This is one of the best gaming theme songs ever.
That was genius because the music mixed as you went through it. Remember that?
Can you hum it?
No. Well, because it's really low. It's that dum 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 dum.
There is a
And then when you go
Nintendo
into the
song
water,
that if I had to choose one song to wake me up every day for the rest of my life, it would be the Actor Island music from Wind Waker.
someone's opened the door there. Creaky
Wind
door.
Waker is mentioned here by Sampy, who says, very difficult to choose just one favourite, so I'll pick one of them at random. The Great Sea from Legends of Zelda Wind Waker.
Also good.
Also,
No,
any
that is good. The music, it does feel very.
yeah.
Does
Epic.
I don't know. I like it.
Yeah.
Also, any song
A
that
word to my tool.
any song that KK Slider plays in Animal Crossing because of his voice. Beep, 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 beep. And he
Yeah.
sings
Animalese, I believe.
Animalese.
I like the little jingle when you select AR games on your 3DS. I like that. It's not really a song. It's just a noise, but I think it's cool.
Talking of noises, I'm just going to read out one more from Boulder 2012, the new Super Mario Bros. Wii.
Oh, Tom, what have you done?
Isn't that,
See,
is that the one
it's
which
not
goes...
one of my favourites.
Is that the one which goes wah wah when the
I like
Goombas
that.
jump? I like that one.
Yeah.
I think it's good.
That's weird. I hated
It's
it
that
on
one,
the,
isn't
I
it?
hated it on the DS, and then when the Wii one came out, I actually liked it, even though it's exactly the same theme. For some reason, I liked it.
Mario 2 theme.
Yes.
Even the character select on as well.
Yeah.
We're really cool.
Let's just
That's fine.
let's do this for the next hour. This is awesome.
Name that tune.
cool.
All right,
We are grown men.
I have one more to do, which is the worst Wii game you own. And it was created by Ewan707. Aiden Powers 1 says Ninja Bread Man. My dad bought it for me before I
funny how
started
that-
reading O&M.
So they say.
Well, I think
See, we're there to...
only about 4 people bought that, and they've all contacted us.
They
So they've
Ninja
got
Bread Man's
Ninja
got a
Bread Man.
cult. Ninja Bread Man's got a cult following.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ploiper here, Ninja Bread Man. Oh, the horror of it. There's someone, Shadow Hyrule says, we all bought Wii Play for the free remote.
That is true.
I like replay.
And
There's someone. Let's have the standard
Sports game.
Twilight Princess, or someone always
Oh yeah, so
throws in a deliberately controversial one.
I bought
just
Super
to be
Mario
different.
Galaxy, and
I
it's the
hate
worst
Galaxy.
game I've ever played.
someone did say
Someone on the internet talking there.
yesterday. Someone did say Metroid Prime.
Oh come on!
do one.
But I
You need to
can't
play more
remember. I
games. If
didn't
that's the
read that
worst
one
game
out.
you've ever played, you need to play a lot more
Yeah.
games.
Yeah.
I've got a
And-
copy of Big Beach Sports I can send you. And
Well,
tell me.
Bleachy Leachy
Actually-
says, I make a point of only buying the best Wii games, so out of my collection, the worst is probably Metroid Other M or
Oh, it's done well.
Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles.
Good.
Someone who clearly reads official
Only
Nintendo magazine.
only accept the best.
Very well reasoned. I like that reply.
Retro Toad says Tournament of Legends.
Oh,
Oh.
God.
It was given to me as a birthday present.
Yeah.
I had to fake smile like mad to hide my massive disappointment. Bad times. Have
See,
you ever had to do that?
Always insist
Yeah.
on if you know you're going to get a game, insist on exactly what it should be. Don't just go
Yeah.
get a game. Mums don't
Yeah.
know what's going on.
Have you ever been bought a bad game for?
I was bought Spy vs Spy for the NES.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, that's good.
That's good.
That's rubbish.
It's really good. I like that. I
Classic.
have that on my
I
Commodore
don't-
64. I
I
think.
like it.
I thought
Brilliant.
It was awful.
I don't
It
like
was a genius multiplayer game.
I used to play that with my brother all the time.
I just didn't. I think I was too young to understand it. I didn't know what
I
was going on.
I had something like that. Someone Dad bought me Buck Rogers on the Mega Drive. And I said, "What the hell is this?" That was the first like turn-based
Yeah.
game I did, like RPG, but it was a really like hardcore turn-based one. So literally every step you're into a battle. Just go in here. That's like what 9. Do one.
I got a really. It wasn't given to me personally. I just sort of borrowed it off my cousin. But I had an Atari 2600,
Lovely.
and there was an incredibly complex space shuttle simulation where you had to launch obviously and get to the
Yeah.
moon or something, but couldn't even launch the ship. Like couldn't even launch the space shuttle.
That's ridiculous.
It was you had to. God knows what you had to do. Impossible.
Because I love games. I love simulation games where you can't figure out how to make the thing go.
How to make
That
it
means it's
land.
really good.
Like a flight simulator one, you're just sitting there for ages going.
Let's go. What happens if I do this?
Press all the
Oh,
buttons.
Wind away
Yeah.
from
everyone
it.
dies.
I used to
Essentially
get
just
called
blowing
Revs.
up a rocket over and over again.
Yeah. I had a game called Revs. And I just couldn't go around the racing game. Couldn't go around the
Yeah,
first
I
corner.
remember that.
What was
Couldn't
that
do
one?
it. That was on the BBC.
Oh, good times.
There's also
Do you ever
points
have
where you get
stunt race?
Yes. Stunt car racer.
Stunt car racer. Yes.
Yeah.
I was going to say stunt
Jeff
race effects, but
Crammond?
that was the SNES game.
I had that on the Archimedes.
That was impossible, wasn't it?
Acorn Archimedes.
Yeah. Yeah, I got quite good at that.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you remember Hard Driving?
Because there weren't many games for the
It
Archimedes,
was
so I
Hard
basically had to
Driving,
yeah.
play them forever.
Do you remember Hard Driving?
No.
Hard Driving was awesome. Look it up,
Extremely
kids. Look
hard
up Hard
driving.
First
Literally hard driving.
polygonal
There is a
racing
thing
game.
where you get bought the wrong thing completely. I asked for sensible soccer once and got bought superior soccer for the for the
no.
That
Archimedes,
sounds better.
which is
Was it superior? I'm
No.
thinking no.
It's inferior.
you could slide tackle all the way from the halfway line, keeping the ball on your foot into the net.
Alright, did you ever play Goal on the NES? That had the best
Goal!
the best instruction book of all time. Because when you read the tips in the instruction book in Goal, it basically just tells you we don't know how to make a football game. So it's like the best tackle to use is the hook slide, and when you get the ball, be sure not to pass it because it's not very effective. Just basically run it up the pitch
Yeah.
as far as you can.
I used to play that on a Play Choice
Oh, yeah,
10
Play Choice
arcade thing, and you could, if you passed, you essentially lost the ball.
Yeah, you just
So it was a
legged it.
case of just dribbling, getting your right back or something, dribble all the way
Yeah.
up the pitch and try and score.
I stopped in the manual. Just
Awful.
essentially said, by the way, the passing's broken. Don't do it. Just
Pass
like
its
it.
weakness.
Do not press pass.
There's a football game on Commodore 64. This will be the last one. I won't go on forever. Where international soccer. I don't know if it's on Virtual Console. It should
I
be.
think it is
Anyway,
virtual.
you could throw the ball in.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah,
You could
just
throw you
into
could
the
score.
net. Goal. Keeper doesn't touch it. Nothing happens.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Do you remember the
They've
first?
not thought that
Do you remember the
through,
first FIFA where you could header it out the goalies? Whenever the
Yes.
goalie did a goal kick, you could header it
Yeah.
straight in
Really?
the net,
Yeah.
and then run away when the
Like
referee
Dion
tried to send you off.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's yeah. You could
Well, you get sent
go
off.
for ages, couldn't you? Because he had to the referee had to be a certain distance
Yeah.
away from your play. He had to be really close to send you off. So
Yeah.
if you just kept running away, it just chased you
You
around
could
the
probably
pitch.
run him out for like
So,
20 minutes.
The
and
ref would
referee
send
Yeah.
you off for heading the ball out.
No,
the
no,
goal.
it's a
If
different.
you got, like,
Alright, if
you
you
did-
you
I was
tackle
going to say
someone,
that should be yellow.
yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a valid tactic.
If you're
it
not
depends.
kicking it out his feet, he's doing the goal kick, and you're standing in front of him, and it hits off you and goes in.
Well,
That's
but
a yellow, isn't it?
is he-
is
but
that-
it depends.
is that
Does he have
obstruction?
full control of the ball? Is he holding it in both hands?
No, he's let go and he's punted it.
Oh, no, you
as
can
it,
do
as
that.
it leaves.
Yeah,
Is it?
that's
Is that
fine.
an
It's not
obstruction?
really allowed. They tend to get ruled out, but
It's an unwritten rule.
yeah.
For more,
get a yellow card.
for more, you're the ref type.
You are the ref.
Suggestions. Read Shoot magazine.
Finally, I think it's appropriate that you mentioned that you played a shuttle game, as today is the 50th anniversary of the first man in space, Yuri Gagarin.
Yes.
Is it?
I bet he would have been able to work that game,
that
that
the guy
Atari game that I couldn't
Probably.
Is that the
work
guy that
out.
bends the spoons?
Very good.
Yeah, Michael Jackson's mate. That guy, right?
Exactly.
So the statue outside Fulham.
Oh, there's a statue. I love. Oh, sorry, we'll just stop rambling.
This has just turned into office chit chat, hasn't it?
Office football.
All
Watching a game tonight.
We should move
Celtics
on.
playing tonight.
Anyway,
Champions League this week as well.
Yeah.
Exciting. Right, let's move on to reader questions.
You have mail.
Okay, so this month's reader questions. Someone in the forum called Help Me 130. I hope you got the help you required. Asks, what game would you like to be made into a film? I would like the Legend of Zelda film. It would be more epic than Mickey and Kirby.
See what he's done there.
I'd like Metroid to be made into a film.
Really?
I think that'd be an awesome film.
If you could cut all the other M cutscenes together and turn it into a sort of mini CGI film. couldn't
That
you?
wouldn't be an awesome film.
No, it wouldn't.
It'd be the worst film ever.
Yes, it probably would.
wouldn't be the worst film ever. Would it be
Yeah,
worse than
it wouldn't
Stop
be.
or My Mum Will Shoot? That's the worst
Are
film
we
I've
there
ever
yet?
seen at the cinema.
Featuring Ice Cube. Anyway,
It's gone into bad
is
film
anyone,
too.
yeah,
If you gave Metroid to James Cameron and just
that would
let
be
him,
pretty
That would be
cool.
good, yeah.
let him make
Yeah.
something dark with it. There's a bit of Samus Aran origins.
Mm,
They just remake Alien and put a suit on
Yeah,
yeah.
him. Space.
it's effectively what it is already. Right?
Yeah.
Done.
It's done. It's
What about
really
you,
done.
Tom? Would you like to see any game made into a film?
I quite like the idea of a Legend of Zelda film. I'm afraid. Wind Waker would be quite nice.
Yeah.
I'd imagine. You know.
There is Zelda manga, is there not?
Yeah, and there was let's not forget the cartoon series.
Of
Back
course.
in the day,
Excuse me, princess.
That's the one.
Is
But,
that all canon?
no.
Is there
No,
a
Cannon
Zelda
was he was a baddie.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh!
It's weird because ones I wanted to be made out film, like there's already been an Animal Crossing one, and there's already been
Is
a
there?
Professor Layton one, and
Yeah, that's true.
so it's like there's
Those
already been
Resident
a
Evil
DuckTales
films
one
are
and stuff.
okay, aren't they?
Yeah, I like
I've seen a
Resident
couple of
Evil
them.
ones.
I like the bit where she
There's been
jumps
Final Fantasy.
off
Through
a
the
wall
lasers.
and kicks a dog in the head.
I'll tell you what would genuinely be good if the right director did it. If someone did a really messed up horror movie of Eternal Darkness, they had loads
Yes.
of weird kind of insane bits where
like
they'd lose their head, and,
Event Horizon.
and it looks like the film's burnt out or the wrong reel's been put in or
I
something.
like that bit in Gremlins where
Yeah, when Hulk Hogan tells him to change the film.
yeah.
Hey, little dudes.
That's only in the cinema version as well. They took it out of the TV version.
Right, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I think they put it back in the DVD,
Yeah,
possibly.
yeah.
Shame.
Bet in Gremlins.
I was going to say, having thought about it for more than a second, unlike most months, No More Heroes would have been a good film, but it's
yeah.
essentially Scott Pilgrim, isn't it? Think about it.
I see.
Yeah.
That's true.
Taking on various enemies with a lightsaber thing.
Yeah, and explode into coins.
Because Travis is quite a funny character, isn't he?
That would be an insane film.
Yeah.
I would like that.
Directed by Edgar Wright.
Tell you what would be a good film.
Tiger Woods, the film.
GoldenEye.
He's seen his fair share of holes, as we say in
Advance
magazines.
Wars.
Golf
That'd be
holes. Golf
Advance,
holes.
Yeah.
Advance Wars.
Advance Wars.
Tom
brilliant.
Clancy's
Advance
Advance
Wars.
Wars.
That sounds like a film.
My Fireplace.
Oh yeah.
Turn it the other way round.
I think
always
I
thought,
think many of our readers would be able to buy that one. That was a movie.
IMAX 3D.
R18, My Fireplace.
My Fireplace.
Yeah, no. I've always thought that Escape to Victory would make a good game, turning it the other way round.
Really?
Yeah, you'd have like a Metal Gear Solid type stealth thing, and then a big game of football at the end. 2 for 1.
With Pele and Sly Stallone in
Yeah.
goal, is that right?
And Russell Osman, the Ipswich. There's far too many Ipswich players in that film.
This has turned into office football chat.
John Walk, I believe, isn't it?
About A Shot at Glory, did you ever see that?
No.
Kids, go and see A Shot at Glory. It is
Shot
a
at glory.
very accurate representation of Scottish football. With Michael Keaton and Robert Duvall in it.
Yeah, but I remember seeing it on BBC Breakfast.
It's
Yeah.
the worst film you'll ever see. Michael Keaton, Robert Duvall's the manager of a Highland football team, and Michael Keaton wants to buy the team and move it to Ireland as if that's how sports
My
works.
God.
Because they also think
commissioned that?
it's like American sports where you can just
Yeah.
move
You
a
can
team.
move the team, yeah.
So he wants to move the Highland team, and Ali McCoist's in it.
Is he?
He's the star. It's a ridiculous film.
Anyway, I think they should make
So video
film.
games.
yeah, no, that'd be a good game.
They should make a film out of those Star Wars games.
Yeah.
What, the Lego ones?
The Lego ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, any
What
of
about
them.
Indiana Jones?
I like it. Indiana Jones. No, that'd probably be a crap film, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
What about a Lilt Line film?
That line would be amazing.
The Amazing Adventures of a Line.
Drinking some lilt.
Yeah.
You
Or
just
Steel Diver, the movie. Oh, wow.
That's
It's already
amazing.
happened.
Sean
For Red
Connery.
October.
Yeah.
Blast them away.
That's the problem. A lot of these things have already happened.
Yeah, that's the all the best ones that look like
Yeah.
it's like Resident Evil done, Dead Space has been done, all the
So-
stuff that should be a film.
Pilot wings.
That wouldn't be
It's
that
just
interesting.
no, it wouldn't be.
What if they did a spoof like Airplane?
It'd be
Yeah,
like that.
that would be good, actually.
What's the film where they train the geese
Can't
to
get
fly
the
home?
balloon.
What's the film? What
They train the geese to fly home.
is that? Fly Away Home.
Fly away home. That's the one. I had most of the words there. In that sentence.
They train the geese to fly away home. What is it called? I think it's called Fly Away Home.
It's like I was at uni with my pal. There's a bus drove by.
Almost.
A bus drove by.
I'm
us at
amazed
uni.
you knew that. To be fair, I have no idea what you're talking about.
They fly in like one of those. What do you? They're like hang gliders, but with a motor on the back of it. So it's halfway there.
When I was at uni, my
man.
flatmate saw a bus going by with a poster for Ghost Ship on it, and he genuinely said to me, "Have you heard of that? What's it about?" I was like, "It was
Ghost
about a ship
ship.
with ghosts."
So what you see.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, catchphrase! Imagine if that was a game.
I think it has been a game.
Has it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire has been a game. So.
Yeah, that was rubbish.
Very successful game.
Mm.
Yeah.
Golden
Very
Balls as well.
unfortunate.
Probably
Okay.
don't.
Golden
win
Balls on
anything.
DS.
Yeah. Jasper Carrot. His
What's the
lowest
worst game
game.
ever? Deal or No Deal. That was on DS.
Why?
30 quid for a random number.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why?
Anyway, sorry.
So thanks for your question. Help me 130. I think
I hope that answered it.
I think that's
we've covered the entire history of cinema there.
And rubbish game shows.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Calimero 2010 asks, what 3DS games are you most looking forward to this year? For me, I can't wait for Kid Icarus. I'm looking forward to Resident Evil The Mercenaries the most, I would say,
Yeah.
because I love it.
Ocarina of Time 3DS for me. It's
Me
got
too.
a boring answer because we've
I know
sort
it's
of known.
boring, but
Yeah.
me too. Yeah.
Animal Crossing for me.
Oh yeah, Animal Crossing. Yeah, change my answer.
Assuming it's this
My
year.
opinions have changed.
It might not be till next year, but if it was this year, it would be that.
Yeah.
Just because of all the
Street Pass
all the
stuff.
possibilities with Play Coins and Street Pass and
Mm.
online. You could properly send someone a letter and it would get to them
Yeah.
without them having to go to the gate and talk to the dog and make it online and all this
Yeah.
rubbish.
I did an awesome thing in. Your and my Nintendogs had a little play together last night. I didn't even know you could do that. Clearly, I've not read our review properly, but it was brilliant. Your little me turns up and they have a little play,
Yeah.
and you can throw in a couple of toys and they fight over it.
Have you been to the cafe yet?
No.
You meet someone and say, "Do you want to go to the cafe?" And you go,
So-
"Yep." And you buy a cake, and
Yeah.
two dogs eat the cake.
This is amazing.
There's also
See, I'm getting really into it. I'm enjoying it much more than a 28-year-old male should really enjoy Nintendogs.
if you get
I
your
actually love
dog to trust you enough, to love you enough. I realise there's a way of checking how much a dog loves you. When you I completely passed you by the first time I played it. You click on their little bio, and then you click on their face, and a little number comes up, and the number represents their love for you. But if you can get it,
that's in the guide. This issue, isn't it? Is that?
yes, it is.
Yeah.
There is a Nintendo's guide which will explain this, and
Yes.
then you will you can teach your dog things like breakdancing and funky tricks if they trust you enough.
It is brilliant.
I like the fact the more trainer points you get, the more stuff unlocks in the shop to keep you playing. Because
Yeah.
I was saying to you this morning, there's apparently like a Mario house later on that you can unlock, a full
Yeah.
Mario themed house. And apparently
So-
when you get to a certain level, you can teach it how to use a shotgun as well. So I'm looking forward to that. That may not be
Walks will
true.
never
I've
be
just
the
heard
Bowser
that.
breaks in, and you have to
I've heard-
fight off the intruders with
I've heard that
a
as a rumour.
knife,
Exactly.
with
so,
a blunt kitchen knife.
So look out for that. That'll be good.
So yeah, all of that Street Pass stuff that's in Nintendogs, but times 10 for Animal Crossing. That would be pretty good,
incredible.
wouldn't it?
Especially because I'm saving up play coins now because there's nothing to spend them on. If Tom Nook's shop
Yeah.
ends up having a play coin shop, I'm just going to rinse it in one
It'd be
day.
amazing.
Yeah.
Give me your,
And constant spot pass.
give me your
download
finest
stuff.
refrigerator, Mr. Nook.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Awesome.
So, I think we're all answered there, don't we?
Mm.
Good. We actually did one vaguely sensibly. Ola Madden, who is Doody300 on Twitter, and is also one of the me's on our special Reader Me cover. I think it's the blonde lady here. That's Ola there. Obviously, that doesn't work in the medium of sound.
Can't you see
Ola,
it?
Ola asks, which of the launch 3DS games have you been playing the most?
That works
Tom
out quite
probably-
well because we're all playing something different, aren't
Yeah, I've just started on Ridge Racer, which
we? Yeah.
is really easy to begin with, but
I played 2 games. 3 if
Yeah.
you count. If you count the AR, no, not the AR games. The Street Pass Quest. I suppose what I spent the most time on is Pilot Wings by far. After that, it would be messing around with Street Pass Quest, and then just started Street Fighter. But I do really want to play the Ghost Recon game as well.
yeah, I've been getting a lot of
Yeah.
Street Pass. You know, it says what I've been playing. A lot of people, it's a sleeper hit, as
it is.
Americans say on the
Sleeper
website
hit.
quite a lot.
That's
a lot-
probably because it was built from the ground up
Built from the ground up. We're raising the bar.
to take full advantage of the 3DS capabilities.
It's made by the guy who did XCOM, which is a classic PC turn-based shooter. Turn-based shooter. No, it's not. It's a turn-based strategy game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chris,
Is it is it Ubisoft's best game by our marking?
Yes,
By
it is.
far,
Yeah,
I
definitely.
think, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
like
the
one
rest
of
have
the-
been pants.
Bums.
The rest have been bums. That's the official.
Splinter Cell,
The Rabbids platformer
Rabbids is
was
okay.
That's alright.
Yeah.
Rayman's
Rayman's
okay.
okay.
Yeah, like it has been
What
for
was
the
the other
last
one?
Combat of Giants
15
is-
years.
Asphalt
Asphalt's
is
adequate.
okay.
Combat
Yeah.
of Giants has just come out. A review's in the next issue, but I can safely say it's not a fantastic game either.
Well,
Yeah.
we haven't. It's another one we didn't
Awful.
receive, isn't it?
No.
Mm.
Basically, if we don't receive the game in time for it coming out, you can more or
Yeah.
less.
Do not buy any games
Yeah.
until you read official Nintendo magazine on sale now, £3.99.
I've been playing Ridge Racer quite a lot since it came out. I think I must have put 15 hours into it now. Still
Yeah.
going through all the Grand Prix, and I've just started on Madden as well, which is disappointing.
Yeah,
'Cause I'm a big American football fan.
I
and
probably
this is-
played Samurai Warriors the most tragically for review purposes. Going, this isn't fun. This still isn't fun. But yeah, I think Pilot Wings probably my second most
Yeah.
played.
I think the sad thing about this for
And
me is that
Nintendogs,
I
of
still
course.
haven't because 3D. You know, I got a 3DS before it came out. I've been playing that and I haven't really played Pokemon Black and White much yet.
Thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
Because I've been
That's
so
completely
I
passed me
mustn't
by.
forget about that really because
Mm.
you know with all the excitement of 3DS I've still got that to play
Mm.
through.
I've
properly.
mostly been using my 3DS to play
Yes.
Pokemon Black and White, which is. But as far as 3DS games are concerned, Nintendogs is what I've been playing most because it meets out how much you can play per day. You can only teach 3 tricks per day. You can only
Yeah.
enter competitions twice per day, so there's a limit to what you can do in
Yeah.
a day. And walks sort of take long enough that you wouldn't sort of grind through them to get as many items as you can.
Yeah,
So
and
it
it's
can last a long time.
always smart a little bit where when your dog makes friends with another one, and he does that.
And then they jump.
Yeah, brilliant. All right, so thank you for your question, Orla. If you want to have,
If you want us to have speak talk subject.
If you can speak English, if you have topics you want us to discuss, email us at onm@futurenet.com with the subject heading podcast question. And now it's this month's amazing competition. So first up, last month's competition winners. Chris, you've got a bunch there. We asked our loyal podcast listeners to invent new Pokemon.
Indeed, we
And
did.
what did they come up with?
They came up with a whole host.
Some
The-
really good drawings in
I think the
here.
official I counted this morning, and I came to a total of umpteen.
Did any of them
for
end with Mon?
I don't think so. Actually, I think they
We made that very clear last month.
They listened to it as well and realised not to. Some of them are
That's
better than others. There's some ridiculously good ones. There's, John Forrest did one called Whole Soul, which is Soul Do, which is a deer of sorts, which is a soul.
So, yeah, I like it when they do the puns.
Yeah, Olawale Aina, regular contributor, gave us
Yes.
Chedent, who's a cheese mouse Pokemon. Cheesy
That's really good.
That was,
I like that.
That was a pretty awesome one. Got one from Eilish Trout called Blonchu, which is a ground and fire type.
That looks a lot like
That looks like a Pokemon.
Rattata.
Yeah.
Is that a Rattata?
We're going to put these all on the
Yes.
website, aren't we?
We'll
So
put
you'll
them
be able to see them all once
Yeah.
once this podcast's out. I like this one, Dromerupt by Alex Barker. It's it's basically, I think it's a dromedary with a volcano on its back. Which is
That's really
an
good.
interesting.
I like the level of detail he's gone into.
Yeah,
there.
some of them are like, well, this
Really
one,
good.
Jamie Reed's done a ridiculous.
Jamie Reed is awesome.
Done a Pix form, which is a pixel Pokemon which forms the shape of its attacks.
He sent us that
That's
montage
fantastic.
of Nintendo characters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he did.
Well done, Jamie.
Martha Wynne Owen gave us Hipstericus, which is apparently one of the coolest Pokemon of all time.
That looks pretty cool. I like the nose.
Yeah.
That is a nose, or is it a bill?
I think it's like an anime cat mouth.
Yeah, it is. But apparently it's so
see.
awesome it just beats everyone by being awesome. Which
Yeah.
is, got Omeletite by Will Walsh. It's just an omelette, basically. It's obviously going by the Pokemon
Really
Black,
good.
the Pokemon convention
Well done.
of just naming things in a house.
That's superb.
It's omelette.
Well done,
There's
Will
including
Walsh.
Omelette toss, which is good. And then we've got the.
You don't really toss omelettes, but we'll move on.
No, that's true. Maybe he tosses omelette at people.
Yeah.
Bits of himself. And then we also got Wishing O by Jacob Frieda, which is basically made of O&Ms and
That's good.
does various O&M related attacks, like informing the opponent that O&M is £3.99, causing the Pokemon to run away to buy one, and ending the battle.
That's really good.
And obviously telling people the entire story of DuckTales, making them fall asleep. So yeah, but the winner, I thought, just because we love a good pun and it's well drawn, was Loyon, which is a lawyer
That is
lion,
good.
by
Yeah.
Dan Wen Huang, and it's basically Phoenix Wright if he was a lion.
Loyon.
Yeah, because I
That
haven't
is
seen
good.
many lawyers with that haircut,
Exactly.
apart from Phoenix Wright.
He's got special
Very
moves
good.
including roar, double slap, and finding contradictions.
That's very funny.
But,
Well done.
Well done.
All brilliant stuff. This month's prizes are a Pokemon Black and White T-shirt and a copy of, slightly incongruously, Top Spin 4 on the Wii, which is an enjoyable, if flawed, tennis game,
exactly.
which you could probably get some money for trade-ins
CX would probably
if you're
just
not up for it. Yeah, basically free money. So your task this month is to pitch us the worst idea for a game ever, as if we were the dragons in Dragon's Den. You can be Bannatyne, Chris.
Yeah, I'm out.
Or with being
I've got the
Scottish
accent.
and that.
I'm out.
Here's where I am. This isn't going to sell.
Steve, you're obviously Deborah Meaden. I don't know what.
Can you do an impression of her?
Is she not out?
Tom, you're James Caan. I'm the other guy.
Theopathetus.
What about the Millwall?
Lisa,
man?
mate, is it crazy?
I'm not sure if that's okay to say or not.
That's how he talks.
Is it? Okay.
He doesn't.
Not how he
Yes.
talks.
He just talks in a London accent, doesn't he?
No, he's got a
He's a
slight.
geezer, isn't he?
He used to be the man in charge of Millwall.
Do you know what I'm thinking of? I'm
Did he?
thinking of the
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the Paul Whitehouse impression of him. 'Cause that speaks to Paul.
That's right.
No one Paul Whitehouse did it. He
Yes.
did that. He says a crazy idea.
So we're okay. Paul Whitehouse can do
Yeah,
it. It's
Paul
fine.
Whitehouse.
Then that's definitely
I'm
okay.
sure-
It's been on the
fairly
BBC.
sure he's
It's
not
alright.
in jail.
Yeah. So, pitch us the worst idea you can possibly think of for a game, but as if it were awesome. Sort of like in Dragon's Den when they come up with terrible, terrible ideas and yet make out as if they're going to change the world.
This
Email
can-
your pitches, preferably in PowerPoint form. No, don't. But just similar to the sort of fan fiction competition that we ran the podcast before last, a paragraph pitching the game to us, explain the concept and why it will be awesome.
Now, bear in mind, this can be a game that already exists, which
Yeah.
makes it trickier because there are a lot of atrocious ideas out there, like My Fireplace and Enjoy Your Massage on WiiWare, which is a massage game, which is terrible.
Yeah, enjoy.
So yeah,
And we'll probably read them out in a silly voice or something. So email onm@futurenet.com with the subject heading podcast 21 competition with your game pitches. We'll take a look at them, read them out next month, and you will get some free things. Just to reiterate, the new issue of Official Nintendo Magazine is on sale now, £3.99. It's got a link on the lovely cardboard sleeve, and there's a little taster of the Me Reader cover through the medium of a die-cut hole, as we call it in the trade. Fascinating as that is.
my
So,
favourite type of magazine hole
yeah.
is the die cut.
The old die cut. And there's an awesome window cling free with this issue. And
What is a window cling,
frankly,
Neil?
it clings to a window, Steve.
Is this sort of plastic apparatus which clings to a window to inform
Indeed.
passers-by of
Two
Nintendo
bedroom
goings
windows. Yeah, bedroom windows, car windows.
Windscreen
Any
in
sort of.
front of the
on?
driver's
Not Windows
face.
7. That may not work
Not
so
Windows 7, no.
well. Yeah.
Also, if you're a pilot, not in the window of your
Yeah,
plane.
Boeing at 747.
Dangerous.
Unless you want to bring that sucker down to the ground.
Yeah, we don't want to be held responsible for that.
Please don't
Not
crash a plane.
many deaths.
I'll never find the black box, which reveals.
Which will reveal, yeah. that O&M was the
my
cause.
O&M
This is the
window
last thing you hear in the
clean.
black boxes. Oh no, the window clean.
Yeah, don't do that. And also, I just want to mention the awesome subscriber offer. If you're insane and haven't subscribed already today, or ever, you get a copy of Super Monkey Ball 3D
Yeah.
just for subscribing. Incredible.
Why would you
Popular
not
game
want to
too.
do
Number
that?
2
Yeah.
in the 3DS charts.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you've
It's
already
a
got
game
it, get it
for
again.
free
Yeah.
on top of a subscription. Just to make that clear.
That beggars belief.
Yeah. So more stuff to come next month. In the meantime, check out the website officialnintendomagazine.co.uk, aka Tom's website. Our Twitter handle, as truck drivers say, is ONM_UK. And on Facebook, we are at facebook.com/official Nintendo Magazine.
Yeah.
Until next month. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you very much for listening to the podcast. Bye bye.